is going on, guys? So today we're going to start on my first real terrarium build. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I actually have no idea what I'm doing, but I also have a feeling that a lot of other people have no idea what they're doing and they still manage to do it. So this is going to be purely a video. If I can do it, you can do it. And it's going to be in 2 parts because I'm only going to be able to do so much today and then the silicone has to cure. So it's not necessary. You can use foam and stuff, but fortunately the other day I was given some rocks and I'm going to use them in the build. There is a bunch of tutorials on how to make your own styrofoam background thingies. The same principle will apply to that. If I have a little bit of interest on this, I might redo one of the other ones and use styrofoam. Also, I don't know if this method is going to work very well for me. I've seen other people do it, but I have questions about it. So I'm purely just going to try it out and see whether or not you can use silicone and just bomb it with cocoa peat. Also, one of my bits of fake rock, I drilled a hole in it. It was very hard to drill a hole in it. I was very nervous, but I managed to get the hole in it and it doesn't look too terrible. Eventually I might change, there's a little hole right there. I might change that to a black fitting or just put a bit of silicone around it and cover it up with some dirt or sand or something just to hide that little nozzle away. But that is for, I don't even know if I'm going to use that hole, but I would like water to trickle down this little bit of the rock. So we'll have to see how it all works out and whether or not we can use it. Otherwise, I drilled a hole in an expensive rock for nothing. Alright, so first of all, what you're going to need is the cocoa fiber, cocoa peat, core peat, brick. Most local hardware stores or gardening stores or like anything like that will have them. And this is dirt cheap. You don't have to go buying the animal branded ones because most of the time they're exactly the same thing. Just make sure that it doesn't have any fertilizers in it. There's no extra additive thingy-mabobbies in it at all. Yes, but unfortunately I forgot to put that in a bucket last night, which means that it would be wet and you cannot do this with wet stuff. I've seen people do it and apparently it worked, but I'm not going to try it. I have some under here. It's under there because of the wind and it blew it everywhere, so I don't even know if I'm going to have enough to do this. And you're also going to need some 100% silicone. This one says that you can repatch fish tanks with it and stuff like that, so 100% silicone is what you are looking for. And a silicone gun thingy mabobby. Obviously an enclosure, an idea of what you want to do, and if you are making your own background, in this case I'm using some fake rocks. If you are making fake rocks out of styrofoam, have all that stuff cut and ready. I'm going to glue these down. I've got them kind of in a position that I would want them, and then I will explain the next step. So I've glued it all down. I put some rocks on top of it to weigh those two down, and I've just smothered the back up the top here in silicone because I have my doubts on this working very well, so I'm going to just do the top bit. That way if it doesn't work, I can remove it all. So basically what you want to do is cover your back, cover the whole back in silicone or whatever glue you're using. Just make sure it's animal safe, and then pour your cocoa peat or your dirt mix over the top of it. I'm gonna let that dry off and we'll get back to this later. With the power of YouTube, let's go there now. I can't click with the glue on my fingers, so we'll do one of these ones. So it's been, I think, like 2 hours or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rocks off. They were just holding, putting some weight on those other rocks that are siliconed in. I'm going to take them off, see if those rocks stuck to it, and then I will fill in the rest of the gaps around those rocks to make sure nothing gets in it. The only problem is that down the side of this one down here in the small spot, I think there might be a few holes that I can't get to, so we might need to figure something out for that. So I guess it's back to the drawing boards because that looks terrible. The rocks look sick. I'm happy with where they are, but the coca peat was way too dusty, and it hasn't really, like, you can see straight through that. It looks good when you cover the back a bit, but yeah, we're gonna have to rethink that. So I'm gonna have to get a blade and cut most of that off, and then seal up around the edges of these other rocks a little bit better. I think they're basically done. The bottom bit where the hose isn't quite done yet, so I will do that now, and then yeah. So yeah, I've glued all of the stuff. Well, I've siliconed down all of the hose and stuff down the bottom, filled up all the gaps, but I'm not liking this bit, so we're gonna have to rethink that bit, and I'm gonna leave this build like this for today, let it dry off, and then I'll come back to it. I got a super busy weekend now, so yeah, I don't know when, and I've got work on Sunday as well, so yeah. So we're learning. That's not gonna work. We might be able to make something along the lines of it work, or yeah, I might have to do a little bit more research. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. Take it easy, stay awesome. If you do know a good way to do it that'll look nice to complement these rocks so I don't just ruin them, leave a comment down below or hit me up on my Facebook page. So take it easy, stay awesome, and remember, you can't fail if you try. See you later.